Hola, soy Doctora Catrice with Your Spanish Journey by Brilliant Bilingual. Qué bueno verte. It's good to see you. And I do see you. I see your enthusiasm for Spanish. I see your persistence. I even see your frustration with going around on the merry-go-round of trying to learn Spanish, but feeling like you're falling a little short when it's time to communicate. Well, let's get excited. Let's get excited because in this video, I'm going to be sharing the first of my 3 keys to unlocking Spanish conversations. ¿Están listos? Y'all ready? All right, let's get into it. So, like I mentioned, there are 3 keys to this. 1, 2, 3. Super fácil. Super fácil. Super easy. In fact, you're going to be amazed how easy this is. I call this my 3 frases fieles. My 3 frases fieles. 3 faithful phrases. And they're faithful because they really do get the conversation started. So let's go with frase fiel 1. This is all about the first one. The first faithful phrase. Here it is. ¿Hablas español? ¿Hablas español? That's how you get the conversation started. Now, you might be listening to that, and you know that that means, do you speak Spanish? But you're probably asking yourself, that's it? That's key number 1? See? Yeah. Because the skill of communicating, of speaking Spanish, is something that a lot of people miss because they focus only on memorizing vocabulary, learning grammar. But the language pieces, the vocab and stuff, that's only half the magic. The other half of what makes real communication work in real life is knowing how to manage a conversation. That means managing you and managing the other speaker. So, ¿hablas español is a question. But when you're asking that question, you're actually doing some communicative work to manage the conversation. What you're actually doing is you're priming the conversation. Now, why do we need to prime a conversation? Well, that's the reason why a lot of conversations fall flat and they don't get off the ground. Because you gotta consider this. Let's just start with me. Look at me. Do you think most people would look at me and think that I speak fluent Spanish? The answer is no. And they may look at you and think the same, not expecting Spanish to come out of your mouth. And that's why I have a lot of students who say, you know, I tried to say something to a Spanish speaker. I'm pretty sure I was speaking clearly, but they couldn't understand what I was saying. Or I was trying to speak Spanish and they responded to me in English. What's going on? You probably did not prime the conversation. So again, ¿hablas español? It's a way to level set. It's a way to get everybody on the same page about where this conversation is going and what language we're going to take it in. Hope that makes sense. So, ¿hablas español is my frase fiel 1. That's my first key to how to open and how to unlock easy Spanish conversations. Let's take just a brief minute to practice this because I want to make sure you got it before I let you go and I tell you what we're working on next. All right. So, first thing we're going to do is just listen. Just listen to me. Escucha. ¿Hablas español? Escucha. ¿Hablas español? All right. Escucha y repite. Escucha y repite. ¿Hablas español? You sound good. Muy bien. All right, this time I'm going to put the phrase up on the screen and you say it by yourself. Because remember, I won't be there with you when you're trying this out on the streets. All right, so your turn to say it by yourself. Muy bien. Excellent. Now I'm going to remove it from the screen And then you're gonna say it again. Hablas español? You got this. 3, 2, 1. Impresionante. Muy bien. Muy bien. All right, so that's it. That is the first key to unlocking easy Spanish conversations. Now, you might be saying to yourself, okay, that is easy, but if I'm priming the conversation and I ask, ¿hablas español? Could that lead the person to just start going off on a tangent into Spanish, into some Spanish I don't understand? Well, it could, but that's why in my next keys, I'm going to show you how to create a container to put boundaries around the conversation. Because remember, managing the conversation is half the battle. It's half the magic. So I'll show you that in my next emails. Stay tuned. And remember, si yo puedo, tú también puedes. Ciao, ciao.